Hey guys, this video is going to review some problems that have a bunch of negative signs in it. So just kind of a quick review if you're still struggling with negative signs when we're solving equations or you're checking answers. Hopefully this will help you a little bit. Alright, so this first problem, all we're going to do is try to simplify this. Okay, there's a bunch of negative signs in it. All we're trying to do is simplify it. We don't know what x is, and I'm not going to tell you what x is. Doesn't matter. We just want to simplify it. Alright, so out here you might see we have this minus sign. Now remember, that can mean opposite. We need to distribute that to everything inside these parentheses. Okay, so I need to think, well, what's the opposite of negative x? Well, that's positive x. And then again, I need to think, what's the opposite of a negative 3? Well, that's a positive 3. So that's what that part changes to. Okay, now if I come back here, now it says I have to minus everything inside here. So again, I have to distribute that minus sign to both of these things. So I'm going to think, well, what's the opposite of 2x? Well, that's negative 2x, so I'm just going to write it like that, negative 2x. And then I have to think, well, what's the opposite of negative 5? That's a positive 5, so I'm going to write plus 5. Okay, now if I go through and finish this, I can put my x's together. So I have x and negative 2x. Well, positive x and negative 2x would leave me with negative x. And then I have 3 plus 5. Well, 5 plus 3 is 8. So that simplified equals negative x plus 8. Okay, I have one for you guys to try, so I'd like you to push pause, try this one out. When you're ready to see it worked out, push play. All right, we got to distribute again, so let's kind of distribute this. So negative 2 times x is negative 2x. And then I have to distribute this, negative 2 times negative 3. Well, a negative times a negative is a positive 6. Okay, then back here it says to minus everything inside here, or do the opposite of everything inside there. So I'm going to do the opposite of negative x, which is a positive x. And then the opposite of 3, which is negative 3. Okay, now I'm going to put my like terms together. So I'm going to put negative 2x and a positive x. Well, negative 2 and positive 1, that would be negative x. Done with those. And then I have 6 plus negative 3. Well, 6 take away 3, that leaves me with 3. So my simplified answer is negative x plus 3. All right, another type of problem that we are going to do looks like this. So I'd like you to copy it down quick. All right, so this time I'm going to tell you what x equals. Okay, so I want us to solve this if x is negative 3. So first thing I always want to do is rewrite it. So I have negative parentheses. Okay, now be careful. Here we have a negative sign. So we actually need to write a negative sign, and then it says x. Well, x is a negative 3, so I need to write a negative 3. And then it says plus 2. Okay, now since I know every number, I need to follow the order of operations. So I have to do everything inside here first. Okay, don't worry about this till the end. So inside these parentheses, it says negative, negative 3. Well, the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. So it says 3 plus 2, which is 5. But then outside there, we still got that negative sign. So I just need to put it as negative 5. So I just simplified that. I just filled in what x was, and then I had to follow the order of operations because I knew a number. All right, let's look at another one kind of like that. Okay, why don't you kind of write this one down. Try it out by yourself first, and then you can fill when you're ready to see the solution. All right, so it says x is negative 2, so I'm going to start by rewriting it. I have minus parentheses. Okay, then it has a minus sign, so I'm going to write minus. And it says negative 2, so I better fill that in. And then it says plus 5. Okay, now you guys might notice that we have every single number here. There's no more x's or anything. So now I have to follow the order of operations. So I'm going to do everything inside these parentheses first. Okay, now inside there it says negative, negative 2. Well, that's a positive 2. Plus 5 is 7. Okay, so that's what I got inside the parentheses. Now outside those parentheses, there's still that minus sign, so I got to put that. So my final answer is -7. Okay, so I evaluated that with the negative sign. Good. All right, so those were a couple problems with negative signs. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit with any troubles that you're having with simplifying with negative signs.